What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? I've got the hiccups for one thing, so those are here. Dr. Glowstone, Cinderclouds, Veil, Frost, Sheer Cold, Vanillix, Emmanuel1231, None Ya Business. What is up, guys? Emmanuel1231 again. Gym Leader Zero, Matthew Bowen, the Sleepy Latius, Mike F. What is up, everyone? What is up, everyone? And yeah, I do have the hiccups. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but we're gonna keep going. You guys may see my pain. This is gonna be bad. It's been a while. What's up, Sleepy Latius? How have you been doing? Oh, all the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee stuff. I really don't want that. Absolutely do not want. Oh, do not want it. If it's a yellow reboot, fine. Don't break the name scheme you've had for 20 years. Like, that's my biggest problem with it. Is the potential Go integration that the name leads on to. Which feels like it makes it over the top. People saying, oh, Overworld, you know, you'll be able to see the Pokemon as they pop up. No. And honestly, having games that are straight up called the Pokemon name is kind of weird. Also, I'm really sorry, I do like legitimately have some pretty bad hiccups. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. We're just gonna have to power through. What's up, Daveson? How have you been doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh. Which version am I getting? Eevee or Pikachu? Neither. Hopefully it doesn't exist. You're able to find a shiny Bidoof and shiny Pansage. Awesome. The names are dumb. See, I would be okay. Ish. And I would really want them to not be the first games out in the gen. If they, for remakes or whatever, if they included another remake that wasn't necessarily Sinnoh, but if it was Kanto again, sure. Whatever. Remake. Don't reboot into a... Oh my gosh. These are terrible, guys. I mean, honestly, if the rumors are correct, we'll get it either today or by the end of the month. We're not gonna get the game, no. Those rumors are definitely wrong. People are talking about it like an official announcement. I just don't want them. The naming scheme is honestly my biggest issue with it, though. And I try to avoid leaks and stuff, but this is like the one that I saw and caught and just went, heck no. Please don't do that. What's up, Greg? Oh my gosh. What's up, Greg? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How am I doing? I'm doing okay, aside from these hiccups. Oh my gosh, guys, these hiccups. They started maybe 5 minutes before the stream started. Oh my gosh, guys, this is gonna be awful. This is gonna be awful. I mean, the thing is, no matter what, it'd be a new generation. Again, I feel like people really don't understand what classifies as a new generation. Ugh. So many people... I'm so sorry about the hiccups, guys. They're just gonna be a thing. But, like, everyone's like, oh, it's I just want a new generation of Pokemon. It's like, it'll be a new gen. It would be a new gen. I know people point to, like, Coliseum, XD, Gale Darkness and all that. It's like, oh, that's a different console, but it's in a gen. But that's, like, an add-on game. If they're making a new mainline RPG, once it moves to a new engine, it's a new gen. So, it would be a new gen no matter what. It's just what they do with it. Oh my gosh, guys, I am dying here. PC13, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It's real, his domain was filed, it's coming out. That doesn't confirm anything. I know it was apparently bought by the people who bought Sun and Moon's domains, all of that. Fine, it can be bought by the official company. It doesn't mean that it's going to be an actual mainline game. It doesn't mean it's actually a thing. They could have easily just bought the domains to call it off. They could have bought them specifically so they can announce an event in Pokemon Go. Just because the company bought it doesn't mean it's going to be used. I remember back when I was really into Call of Duty and stuff, they'd buy so many domains. Activision would just, like, on one day to either throw everyone off the path or really to prevent leak sites from popping up. If, like, a leak gets popular enough, a company can justify buying a domain name just to keep other people from using it. Also, I'm really, really sorry about these hiccups. Probably a spin-off. I'm okay with a spin-off. Oh my gosh. If it's a spin-off, if it's a mobile game, I'm fine. Just don't make it the main series game, is all I hope. Shiny Charmander at 9,000, you guess? We'll get to that today. Masuda hasn't said anything. I don't know, Masuda's also, I feel like, at this point would be the one to kind of pull that game, though. I don't know. I kind of liked what the, you know, they made use on, like, the thing that the younger team did and stuff, and that one ended up being okay. I would love to see their minds more involved in it, but obviously the main team with Masuda and whatnot shifted away. Oh my gosh, shifted away to focus on the new games. So who knows? Who really knows? What's up, Julian Panay? Welcome to the stream. Moving 9th. Ugh. This one, Sinnoh, is that too hard? Again, I am still under the assumption that if I could say words without everything in my body freaking out, I am under the assumption that we are going to get proper Gen 8. This whole thing is a rumor mill. It's just building hype, you know, all that kind of stuff. Guys, I am dying. Why am I dying here? All this kind of stuff, and we're gonna get proper Gen 8 and proper Sinnoh remakes. That's my predictions here. What's up, Dolphin Ozzy? Welcome to the stream. Is Fire Emblem Warriors worth buying, or is it good? You should probably ask someone who's played the game. I haven't played it. I have not played it. I do not own it. Follow Masuda on Twitter as opposed to funny. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's... I've seen some of his stuff. I don't really use Twitter, so I don't follow him or anything. Oh! These hiccups, guys. You're fine, that's good to hear. Make Sinnoh remakes, shut up and take my money. I mean, I'd definitely buy Sinnoh remakes. What's up, Spatial Poochyena? Welcome to the stream. You're at 3164 for Thunderous Need Help. I hope he finds it. These freaking hiccups! A good name for Charmander would be Lemon. I wish I could name it, but I can't. At least not immediately, because we have to name it beforehand, so we have to wait until we actually can go to a name, like the name reader, and change it. Hiccups are annoying, I agree with you. I am very much aware at the moment. Oh my gosh. They have to be annoying for you guys too. That's a dangerous game I was playing right there. What's up, Minecraft? Welcome to the stream. Game Freak's Building Core RPG, we're waiting for Nintendo. That is all we officially know. Yeah. Everything else is people being like, we don't have anything Pokemon to talk about. What's this? Like, the logo we saw was like a hand-drawn logo, too. So I'm really not expecting that to come out and be a big thing. Try to hold your breath as long as possible. I've tried a whole bunch of stuff with hiccups before, and the only thing that really works is ignoring them and going on about my day as though they aren't really being a thing. Obviously, it's kind of hard, but... Name for Charmander Hamilton. Unfortunately, we actually can't name our Charmander that. We only have 5 characters to use in the Japanese game. Oh, look, a rumor, let's get on it. I mean, yeah, that's what any, like, Pokemon news site's gonna do right now. There's nothing else going on aside from, hey, Pokemon Go is still kinda eh. The anime is happening. Like, there's the general, oh, hey, things are happening, but not, like, new games, new speculations. It's just... It's a whole bunch of, like, overhyping, I feel. Just when you're talking, you suddenly just feel like something is stopping you from talking, which is a hiccup. Yeah, no, I mean... I am aware of this. I am feeling it right now. Forgot the anime just started a new season. It did? Okay. What's up, Hyrule Warrior? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Found a shiny Swellow in Ice Path Cave today. Awesome, X-Rider! Congratulations, man. What's up, Derpy Goats Gaming? Welcome to the stream. What made you choose a Japanese copy to hunt in? Because I lost my English one. If I knew where my English Fire Red was, we'd be using that. But I lost it, and I have a Japanese copy, so we're using that instead. Oh, hope we get Charmander soon. I hope so too. I hope so too. If we don't get it, we're passing 9,000 today, and I don't want to do that. I also want these hiccups to go away. Missing out on the streams. Hey, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Yep. Hopefully it's not a mid-series game. That's my hopes. And, like, I kind of just, from the names, I don't really want them to exist, I'll be honest. We all know that I'm not a big fan of Pokemon Go anymore, and I'd rather them not support the kind of stuff that Niantic's been doing. Or that Niantic has been for a while, so I'd rather it just kind of, like, fade off and them not integrate it more into the main games. You know? What's up, Girls Love Po? Welcome to the stream. And Derpy Goats Gaming, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I see you don't seem to buy the rumors this week, which is a nice change. I really don't. I can't bring myself to want that kind of game. Honestly, the biggest thing for me, like, when I look at it, the idea of, like, a Kanto remake or whatever, and having a Pikachu and Eevee version, fine. Whatever. Make that. Don't put Pokemon Go in the name. That's like... No, I don't know. You'll find I'm not the biggest fan of Pokemon Go. I got really hyped about it when it came out and was very, very heavily let down with how poor Niantic's communication and all that was. So I'd really rather them not continue to focus on that. And a lot of the other, like, rumors that are built into that whole thing, it's like, I don't like a lot of what a lot of people are saying it's gonna be. Granted, not a single person has justified, like, sustained answer, or sustained, like thoughts on it that have any more credence to them than to the next person. Am I a Metroid fan? I've never actually played a Metroid game. I probably need to at some point. The closest I've come is playing as Samus and Zero Suit Samus in Smash. It's like a spin-off game. Okay, cool. That's fine. It's the main series. No, yeah, no. That's my thoughts. Like, don't start Gen 8 off with this, please. Yeah, just like, please don't start Gen 8 off with this. The concept of the game is cool because you get an easy start to be cool and Espeon as a starter. Like, that part would kind of make it more sense. If Niantic finally decides to finally implement battling and trading, would you give it a second chance? Maybe. I don't know, there have been so many times where I've been like, you know what, maybe if they add this one thing, I'll go back in. And then they just kind of, like, do it halfway. I was like, alright, when they finally add Gen 3 Pokemon in, when they add Ho and stuff in, I'll check it out. And then I was like, oh wait, they still haven't added it all in. Like, I was hoping there'd be like a, hey, here's like a new generation of Pokemon. Not a, oh, here's like 4 or 5 in like some random event. Oh, hey, now here's the rest of them. Like, it's just... They've continuously let me down with no expectations. Granted, like, that's a probably pretty crummy thing of me to say, just because I haven't really given it a chance again. I'll say that much, I'll admit that. But I really feel like I wasn't expecting too much out of it to give it another chance, and it never drew my interest back. You want an apple, but at the same time you don't. That's a conundrum. Still hyped for the rumors though. I'm not a fan of if the name was different. Like, if they somehow made the names different, where they didn't include a Pokemon name in the main part of the name of the game, and they didn't include Go. Those are my two things. It's like, it'd be the first time that a Pokemon game hasn't been like a color or a noun. And I don't know, the idea of changing that after 8 generations and after 2 decades really feels weird to me. I know eventually you run out of things to call your games, sure. I get that much. But, I don't know, it feels like trying to make that kind of connections just... It's going to turn a lot of people off, because there is a very mixed bag of opinions about Pokemon Go. The only reason you're consider playing Go again is because there's Latias raids, but now that Latias is available here, you don't have time. And I've heard, like, a lot of people aren't fans of raids either, because you have to have a certain number of people in order to do them, and it's hard when a game has a dwindling fan base in many areas. It's hard to pull that off. Yeah, or the friends to play it with. Exactly, exactly. What's the best, green or red apples? I don't actually know. I don't know. I'm not an apple connoisseur or anything. Or gems. Gems are nouns. They fall into that. Like, you have the colors, and then you have, like, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Sun and Moon. All these things are, like, nouns that kind of, like, fit together to pull that off. Stuff like that. It makes more sense then. It makes more sense, I feel, than let's go insert Pokemon name. You know, it's, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of what these rumors are kind of leading to. Obviously, they're still rumors. They're, you know, most people who were big fans and hyping up the rumors, especially after yesterday's whole, you know, quote-unquote confirmation of it, were like, it's gonna happen today. Like, today. You know, tomorrow from yesterday. It was like, it's gonna repeat the pattern of Sun and Moon, and we're gonna get this, and we haven't. Like, that's just, it's like one of their big parts of it, of like, here's the hype, we're gonna get it soon, kind of fell through. I've honestly continuously been in the, like, camp that the, like, hype train has been against with this, and not because, like, oh, I don't want to be on the hype train, or whatever. It's more of a, looking at it from a practical, trying to look at it from a business and from a game development standpoint. I just don't see a lot of these rumors are way against good ideas there. Games coming out this year just doesn't really work. Games, like, when people were saying, you know, back when Yusum hadn't been announced, like, it was going to be on the Switch, it's like, it doesn't work that way. Business-wise, it made sense not to kind of do that. Business-wise, it doesn't make sense to bundle the hype of a Kanto remake and a, it doesn't make sense to bundle the hype of a Kanto remake and the hype of a Gen 8 into one game. What you do there is, you know, it wouldn't make sense to do it with a first game being Sinnoh remake either. Like, the thing is, Gen 8 is going to have so much hype in and of its own right, because it'll be the first game on the Switch. It'll be, you know, it'll be them going back to, a lot of people didn't like Gen 7 because it was so different. A lot of people didn't like Yusum because it was so similar to Sun and Moon. It'll be not those games. That's going to be enough hype for some people to buy them again. That's going to be enough of a draw. It'll be on the Switch. That's the big thing. It's a new generation of games that's on the Switch. That will draw so many people right then and there. People will be able to play Pokemon on their TV with a Switch now. That would be amazing, you know? So, like, people are going to be hyped about that. It wouldn't make sense. It's like the law of diminishing returns. You can't keep adding hype and, like reasons to be hype and expect the number of copies you sell to be linear, like, growth there. So it'd make way more sense to get people to buy the games that are new on the Switch, and then in 2 years, buy the games again because they're Kanto remakes. Then you have two sets of games that just sold really well because they have hype around them, as opposed to one, and then whatever they do next either won't live up to that or people will be because of some issue they had with the amount of hype built around these games. And then, like, the idea of them coming out this year is kind of hard for me, as, like, more of being more on that software side of it, is, like, it takes forever to make a new game engine. And to get it to the polished level that Game Freak likes, I just can't see it being done in a year or two. What's up, Nate Rubo? Sorry, I know I mispronounced that. Welcome to the stream. Change the name, please. If you do, I'll pick it up. That's honestly still, going back to that, that's one of my biggest issues with it, is the idea of it being Let's Go in the name. I just don't like that. Personally, I really don't like that. That name right there screams spin-off game. You know? Like, almost every mainline game of any series, like, keeps some like, inkling of a relation to its original name. Unless, like, it passes hands into a different developer. Then it becomes a new reboot of the series or whatever. But it's still Game Freak, and it's still Pokemon. The names just scream spin-offs to me. And I'm okay with that. If they are spin-offs, then that's fine. You agree with me? Yeah, see, it's just, I don't know. Like, this is the same situation I was in where I will admit I was very, very passionate about how wrong the hype train was for, you know, Pokemon Stars being the game that came to the Switch or something, you know, and it coming last, you know, fall. Like, it just didn't make sense as someone who has watched a lot of games happen. Even games that have like true yearly release cycles have multiple massive development teams working on them for 2 or 3 years apiece. And we know that Pokemon's only had, you know, the main team has only had like 2 years. Will have only had like a year and a half essentially to get the game like ready for, you know, proper playtesting, ready for proper like ratings, ready for, you know, marketing, all this stuff. It's not like they can work up until the day that they sell the game. You know, now they can with like online updates and stuff, but getting the actual game built to a quality that they'll release on release date, they're gonna have to be done with it like a month or 2 in advance at the very least. So you really only have a year and a half since Sun and Moon came out that they'd be able to work on it. So you really you don't have a lot of time there for like the hype, or like you don't have a lot of time there to get like a proper like Generation 8 game built. I feel like it's 2019 at the earliest for a new game. As much as honestly I can hope and, you know, hope that they somehow manage to like pull off a miracle and get a polished Gen 8 game done this year. I would love that. I would absolutely love that, but I don't see it happening personally. So the idea of this game having a spin-off-y name in really a time constraint that like I couldn't see the main dev team getting a game done, it just doesn't feel like, if they are actually things and it's not a whole bunch of like fake leaks and stuff, then I can see it being a spin-off, and that's really it. The name is rare. You would love an HD 3D Kanto remake. I mean, I'd be down for Kanto remakes, just not as the first game in the gen, and not like this just feels like a weird name. It feels like a really weird name for it for me. And what's up, TP? Welcome to the stream, man. You love leaks? I try to avoid them. This is like the one that I've fallen into, just because there was so much around it that it was impossible to avoid it. And obviously I would have come into the stream today and immediately be hit with all this same information again. So I don't know. I kind of like read an article on this one. I just don't like. I think what I saw is I saw the tweet from Sarah B about it, about like the names getting rich. It's like, I guess there's credence enough to this to look at it, and just not a fan. Just not really a fan from many standpoints, I feel. Later, alright, see you later, Dr. Glowstone. Most people don't like spoilers, but you're very impatient and you want to know. I mean, leaks? The stuff leading up to this is what the new game's gonna kind of be like is whatever, but generally once info starts coming out more along the lines of like, look at how the story progresses, look at the story, look at the characters, like, that's different. Anything beyond like the starters, I feel is kind of where I'm like, eh. Honestly, I end up, like, especially with Sun and Moon, I knew that the starters came out, I knew what they looked like and stuff. I was like, oh, these are cool, and I made my decision. Really didn't know much more after that about, like, even what their evolutions were. I knew that obviously Alola was Hawaii, all that kind of stuff, but I didn't really know a lot of the other information going into it. Just, not because I avoid spoilers, but because I don't actively seek them out. You know, like, that's about the extent that I really go to, especially with video games, is like, I won't actively seek stuff out. If it comes up and I read it real quick, whatever, but generally I try to just not go into that stuff. Maybe as a remake because Pokemon Yellow uses Pikachu and Gary Eevee. Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people are going off of for that, and that's why people are like, it's gonna be like a Yellow remake or reboot or whatever. I just don't think it'll be that, personally. Personally, what I would love to hope it ends up being is somehow some event in Pokemon Go. That way it is, like, the Go stays with Pokemon Go. It's just like, hey, look, you know, you can, you know, like, get this Eevee and Pikachu that'll follow you around in Pokemon Go. Like here's these, like, companion Pokemon for Pokemon Go, which I know they already have. But, like, maybe it can just be that and stay as that. That'd be nice, honestly. Personally, I feel. What's up, Pixel Blast? How's it going, man? Time Lapse Lord, welcome to the stream. Just got away from playing Fortnite. How was it, man? Well, yeah, I mean, they would have... I don't know. I feel like they'll still need a bit of time, because I know, like, for a fact, things like... Obviously Breath of the Wild, because they have to have a development unit well in advance. But games like Breath of the Wild and, like, Super Mario Odyssey, those games have definitely been developed alongside the Switch. Like, they were definitely games that like, were in development before the Switch was finalized. Like, they had to just know the architecture of the system and the general, like, UI. Like, I imagine Joy-Cons were still probably going through revisions when those games were being designed. And that makes sense, but I don't think Game Freak is that in the loop, to be completely honest. Like, sure, they're part owners in Pokemon Company with Nintendo and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think they're not a Nintendo company. They make a bunch of games for Nintendo systems, and that's what they mostly do. They do have like 1 or 2 PC games, I think. But I don't think they're in the loop enough to have gotten a unit early enough to have a game out to their like quality standards as of this fall. I just don't think that's really a thing. And I saw one person talk about it, and it's like they may have been rushed through the 3DS era because of how poorly the Wii U did. So they knew they were like Nintendo knew the Switch was coming out and told Game Freak, get the games you planned on making for the 3DS out. We need something to like potentially like bump up this new console sales. Like they knew the form factor, all that. I kind of like this. This is a rumor-ish like kind of theory about what happened with Pokemon. Of Gen 6 and 7 were mildly rushed in order to make Gen 8 good for the Switch, but the Switch ended up doing so well on its own that there was no need for Pokemon to be the anchor game that came out like this year or last year. So they have their time to work on it again. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it sounds reasonable to me. Again, trying to think from their perspective on it versus like a consumer's. We just want it now. Why won't you just make it? Your nose is so stuffy. I know. Don't work at Game Freak or Nintendo. I know. Gen 7 wasn't rushed. They took their time. Well, again, like this is just a theory that someone had. I don't work there. Again, I am aware, and this is why I'm saying this is a little speculation. I don't work at Game Freak or Nintendo. I know probably less than most of you guys when it comes to a lot of this. You know, because I don't follow a lot of this stuff that closely. But like, the idea was like more so along the lines of potentially why there wasn't a Pokemon Z or something like that. You know, we didn't see those kind of like you didn't see Pokemon Z or anything. Reasons why, you know, Sun and Moon got the, because again, this has been my thought on U-Sun the whole time, is it's what they wanted Sun and Moon to be. And maybe they got rushed out the door with Sun and Moon and then had time to just release U-Sun later. I don't know. I have no way of knowing this information. This is like actually speculation, which I hate doing, but I don't know. I'm very passionate about my opinions on the new rumors. Yeah, no, X and Y, like, see, that's the thing. It's like, the 3DS era was just kind of like crunched, and then at the end they realized it didn't have to be. More so, I feel. I don't know. We've gotten so many female Charmanders. I mean, it's like 1 in 8, so at this point it should be over 8,000, or over 1,000. They put way too much focus on Greninja. I don't know. I never really played Gen 6, so I wouldn't really know that. I got a bunch of updates. I mean, it really only had one massive bug, if I'm not mistaken. Greninja's overrated. That's a lot of people's opinion. If you aren't a fan of Greninja, you're like, why is it the one that got the limelight? I feel like people who joined in Gen 1 are probably the same way if they like chose Blastoise or Venusaur to Charizard. Like, come on. Why is my starter not the one that's getting literally everything? Oris when they kicked it up a notch. I mean, Oris is fantastic in my opinion. I loved Oris, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't get into Gen 6 too much because I got Oris before it, or like into X and Y specifically so much because I got Oris before it. So yeah, people pretty much called Oris Gen 6.5 because there was so many like tweaks and stuff to it that it wasn't. It was the same engine, but it was way better refined, which definitely I expect to happen, you know, when they can do a bit more with the gens and stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know. Oris was great. X and Y feels a bit clunky trying to go back to, but I need to just play it at some point. What's up, Dark Litten? How's it going? How you doing? I feel like a lot of people left when I ranted. Understandably, I did kind of go off the rails for a minute there. Compared to normal, at least. I don't know, I kind of want a response from Game Freak now about this stuff. Specifically, like, announcing it as something else. Like, if they could confirm that, sure, yeah, you're right, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee are going to be things, but by the way, they're going to be things here. They're going to be like a mobile or a spin-off. That'd be fantastic. I would love to hear that, as opposed to hearing Kanto Remake. Oras and Alps were good, but the originals are better. I mean, I'm a very big fan of Gen 3. Like, favorite generation of games. And Hoenn is my favorite region, so that's another reason why Oras would kind of take the lead there as better than X and Y. For me, personally. Game Freak has nothing to do with the spin-offs. I guess they're IP. I definitely still have a say in it. Sure, it's developed by someone else because it's not something that they can really take on, but it's still a Pokemon Company thing, and so they're definitely part of the decision making when it comes to a lot of stuff. I think they coordinate the spin-offs. I mean, yeah, it's their games, essentially, that are getting spin-offs. Like, sure, the spin-offs aren't their game, but it's their whole creation there. You know, the mentality, or, like, the IP and all that is definitely Pokemon Companies, which is part owned by Creatures, Pokemon Company, and Game Freak, so it's like... Or by Nintendo, Creatures, and Game Freak. Like, it's a decision that kind of goes hand in hand with all that with them. So it's something they're definitely involved in, I would say. Fennekin for the win. I personally chose Froakie without realizing that it evolved into Greninja. Not that I have an issue personally with Greninja, but just I don't know. I always end up leaning more towards fire or towards water and grass starters over fire. I don't know. I saw a frog and was like, heck yes, a frog, and chose it. Didn't even really know that Greninja was a starter at that point. Finally, you're gonna make a revac and you chose Treecko and named it Corndog. Cool. Cool. Is it a shiny Treecko? No, but man, I hope that saved as well. Guys, I really hope we can get one of these today. I would love to get Charmander. Because, like I said, it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass 9,000 if we don't get it, which would be interesting. Effectively named your Fennekin after yourself. You named her Freddy, and your Discord handle is Frederica. So there's some resemblance there. Definitely, yeah, definitely. And again, I tend to be pretty boring. Most of the time, I don't nickname my stuff. The only reason I have been is because of all of you guys. Like normally, like, if you saw that 1,000-hour video I posted, you can see that, like, every single one of them that I didn't get... I just realized something. Sorry about this. It's going to bother me if I don't attempt to fix this. There we go. I don't know. When the power went out, it messed with the window sizes on everything, weirdly enough. So, like, I've been struggling to get those back to the proper size. And I noticed a little bit of it hanging out on the 3DS window, on the top window. I mean, I don't know, I just never really gotten into nicknaming things. I mean, like, yes, if you see that 1,000-hour video, you can see that, I very clearly, have not nicknamed much of anything that wasn't on stream. Charmander game may be too much. I'm hoping it's under 10,000. I haven't had anything go over 9,300 yet. So I would love to keep it that way. You know, my highest hunt ever is the Treecko that went to 9,300. So I'd love to not go up that high again, but I know I am doing, like, true full odds. So there is a chance that it can happen. Named Zigzagoon Ziggy. Cool. Cool. I choose a female starter too, and you love her. That's cool. That's awesome. You named your Fennekin Ivor after a character in the Minecraft story mode. Interesting. I never played that. We've had the conversation about Telltale games before. Haven't really played them. Probably should. feel like I feel a bit too rushed when I play them. So I've just never completely grabbed, like, they've lost my interest there, and it's not because, like, they're bad games, it's just, for me at least, it feels like the choices go a bit quickly at times. Like, there are definitely choices that have happened in those games that I've, like, not even really registered that a choice has happened, or, like, that a choice is happening, and it's already, like, halfway through the timer for it. I'm like, oh god. Like, that was my issue with the Walking Dead one. It was just, like, the first choice came out of nowhere, and they just kept kind of coming out of nowhere to me, at least. That's the point. I mean, to an extent, yeah, but I feel like there's a difference between, like, oh, I have to read this choice, and I don't really have a lot of time to think about it, versus there were a lot of those choices that I couldn't read the whole choice before it was already, like, time's up, and I was like, well, crap. Like, the first one wasn't the case. That was just me being lazy and not paying attention. Sure, obviously, in a game that's meant for you to be alert and paying attention, it makes sense to punish me for that. But even ones where I was like, okay, I know what choice is coming up. Like, I had seen people play to that point. I just never really noticed they were making a choice, but I was like, a choice is going to come up here. I couldn't read them. Like, if there were 3 choices, I couldn't read them fast enough sometimes, especially if they're, like, long choices. I don't know. I felt like I didn't have time to read them and make a decision. Usually write them down, then pause the game. Yeah, I mean, that could work. That could work. I'm definitely more of a fan of, like, traditional, like, visual novel style games where, like, you go along at your own pace, and, like, you can pause whenever, and then, like, when a choice comes up, it sits on it. And you can kind of sit there and look at the choices from that. That's more my pace of game. When it comes to Ninetales in the playthrough of Alpha Sapphire, you tend to name them after sweet things. In your first Alpha Sapphire playthrough, she's named Donut, and your current, her name is Candy. Interesting. At least you got the theme going there. In life, you get choices out in order. I mean, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't know, I feel like just for a game at least, it kind of felt out of place to do it that quickly for me at least. Imagine those choice boxes coming up out of nowhere. Like, in real life, that'd just be like, oh no. Because, like, that really only happens on the big important choices in the game. Everything else just kind of happens. I know, just be like, oh no, this is bad. This is awful. What do I do, Ian thinks? If they happen in real life, it'd be like, why is this happening? Like, that's a sign of like, oh no, this is a big choice. Pizza or pizza. If that's somehow a choice, you gotta know that it's important. Like, the ones where it doesn't seem like there's a lot of difference in the decision, those are the ones that get you, right? Both. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's an option. Choose wisely. Yeah, I know. See, exactly. Like, that's a stressful one. That's a save point for sure. Now you need to give all of your Ninetales different personalities and draw them all with different physical characteristics based on personalities so you don't get confused since you have so many of them. A good problem to have. Too many of your favorite Pokemon. At this point, if you count both Alolan and Cantonian, you have 5. That's a good number. A good number of Ninetales right there. Forget this one. This is the important thing right here. Pizza or pizza. Big choices in Telltale games always stress you out. I mean, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Especially, like, depending on how you're trying to play it. I can definitely see that. Because for me at least, because I haven't played, like, Telltale games. I've played, like, regular, like, visual novels and stuff before, and most of the time with those, the first time I play through, I end up just playing through, making the choices I feel like I should make, and then I'll go back and kind of systematically figure it out from there. But yeah, that first time through, you're like, what should I do? Like, how should I actually go about this? The thing is, I feel like with Telltale games, a lot of times the big choices aren't ones you realize are big choices. But at the same time, I also know that's not the case. Like, I know there are some that are just like, this or this. And the story's gonna be different from here on out, depending on that choice. Play the Way of the Glowstone. Makes sense. What's up, Kyle? Welcome to the stream. 18th of May is your birthday. Well, one more day, man. One more day. Happy early birthday, dude. Ever played Season 2, though? I only have Season 1 of Walking Dead, I think. No, actually, I think I have all of it. I think the way I got it, I have all of it. Yeah, I don't know, I wasn't a fan of that season model either, personally, but being able to get the game as a whole game was much better. What's up, Tegan? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Story mode is the only Minecraft thing you'll play. I don't know, I like normal Minecraft. Occasionally, like, I get into the mood where I just want to play it, and it's fun. It's fun for that. I don't play it a lot anymore, like maybe once a month, if that. But it can be fun when you have like a project or something you want to try in it. What's up, Cole Symington? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I haven't played Minecraft in a while because it's getting too large for your computer. Oh no. Oh no. I definitely had that problem when I first started playing it. I started playing it on my old like laptop that was not able to handle it at all. And it was a very big difference when I got my gaming PC and all that. Because that's able to just kind of take Minecraft to its limits most of the time. Trying to find someone with a fancy or Pokeball Pavilion to trade. It looks for. You were asking for that a while ago, yeah. I mean, I imagine those are pretty tough to find, but no, that's a cool little collection to try to build. So if you're Minecraft 360 Edition, you have a world where you create a city called Piggy Town. 360 Edition was like the way I played Minecraft for the longest time, because I had it legitimately on my computer, but then I got it on 360. Because my 360 could handle playing it, while a laptop definitely could not. It was like a 10 FPS with all the settings turned to the lowest type of deal. So it was a very big change going to the 360 where it actually ran right. And that's where I actually played the most time. I played with all my friends and stuff on that. We had like a little server we had set up and everything, and that was a fun time. And then yeah, by the time I got it for my PC, or got a better PC again, most of my friends had gotten better PCs, so we moved on to other games that were more intensive, but also like, you know, we could run and stuff. But occasionally we would all hop on Minecraft or something, just for the heck of it. What's up, Jackie Rios Gonzalez? Welcome to the stream. You're about to shiny hunt shiny Furfro with another style. Awesome. Wish you luck. Well, good luck, Jackie. Good luck. Had one named Lucktown. It's time for you to go to work. Alright, see you later, Cinder. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I hope to see you again soon. Hope work goes well. I hope we get this Raikou. I know you want to be here for it, but I just kind of want to get it now. To be honest. To be honest, I just need to get it. That way we can move on to Suicune, and hopefully we can get Charmander to move on to Ralts. I want Ralts. Most of all, I want Ralts. I'll be completely honest here. I want a shiny Ralts. I know there's other games I can go for it in at this point, but I just kind of want to get it for the badge quest. It's been like the goal every time. We've just found Poochyenas instead. Really want to play the aquatic update. Oh yeah, they did update it, didn't they? I haven't looked at it with that update much. Most of the stuff I've done recently with Minecraft has either been like heavily modded, like Sky Factory, you know, 170 mods or whatever, or like pure redstone stuff. This one is a Zorro TV show from the 50s. Gonna be watching it all weekend. That sounds like a cool time. Shiny Ralts, agreed. I know. I want to get it. I want to get it. Like, we've tried how many times now? And we kept getting Poochyenas. I don't know. But the thing is, like, weirdly enough, like, the one stream that we had that was called, like, the Shiny Ralts Hunt has been, like, the most viewed video on the channel of all time. Don't know why. Don't know how. But, I don't know. Obviously, it seems like people like Ralts hunts, and I wanna get back to those and actually catch a Ralts as a shiny. It is the goal. You want your dolphins? There are dolphins now? What? I haven't paid attention to the updates. I just know they've happened. Like if I boot the Minecraft launcher, it's like, hey, want to download 1.12? And it's like, sure, why not? What is it even on at this point, guys? Like Minecraft-wise, because I know it's not. No, it would be 112, wouldn't it? I don't know, because I thought for a second I thought I joined with that one, but no, I joined with 1.2. Still can't get over the shiny Ralts you encountered that fainted itself. That's awful. That is awful. I really want to get one. I'm nervous that we'll have something like that happen, but I hope it's not the case. What's up, Kareem Clark? Welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing today? Trader Cresselia, that's pretty. Oh, that's cool. Alright, guys, we're almost at 5,900 on Raikou. And we're almost to 8,950 on Charmander. We're moving at about the pace that I thought we would be. We are going to get very, very close to hitting 6,000 on Raikou and 9,000 on Charmander together, assuming we don't find one of them before that. Risen from the dead or something. Welcome back, Karim. Hope you're doing well, man. You want a shiny Bruxish or shiny Gorbis? Bruxish is a really interesting one, like, in terms of design intentionally, and it's actually kind of nice. I actually kind of personally like it a bit as a shiny. More as far as, like, the design and like thought behind it is concerned as opposed to the actual coloring. Personally, at least. What are the odds of a shiny in a wormhole that will still be shiny if you soft reset on it? Did that on Obamasto and it still remains shiny. Assuming you found the shiny in the wormhole and it's not a legendary, 100%. The wormhole determines the shininess of it, aside except for legendaries. Pretty much, like, the wormhole Pokemon, again, excluding legendaries, is, like, the encounter, and, like, the shininess is determined when you enter that wormhole. Legendaries are the only one that have normal shiny encounter rates inside the wormholes. So, like, yeah, if you encounter that Abomasnow, you soft reset, and it's still shiny, that is a 100% guarantee to happen. If anyone gets a shiny Poochyena in ORS or normal Sun Moon, tell you. Alright, I have yet to get one of those in the shiny. Haven't gone for that one yet. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So basically, that's why if you're, like, hunting for shinies in the wormholes, you should always save every time you enter one. Just because if there is, for whatever reason, a problem catching it, just soft reset and go back at it. Or apparently, like, if you want a different gender, or if you want to, like, get those shinies as decent competitive Pokemon. I don't even know if half of those Pokemon are good competitive Pokemon. Theoretically, yeah, if you get them shiny in there, you know they're shiny and just start soft resetting for their stats and all that. You know, even like gender and stuff, I think isn't determined. The only thing that's determined is shininess. Alright guys, we are 96 encounters away from 6,000 on Raikou, which was my prediction for getting it by from the time we got the charm, and we are 50 encounters away on Charmander. It's gonna be crazy. Glad legendaries aren't like that. That would be awful. Oh my gosh, that would be so awful. If that were the case, there would have to be like one of each in each wormhole. Like you would have to, I'm sorry. There would have to be, like, increased odds on them. They would have to have the same shininess odds as the wormhole ones. And the wormhole Pokemon there would have to be one of as well. Like, you would have to just be able to catch one and, you know, go until you get all the shinies until you're down to just, like, one Pokemon left that you're hunting for. That would be insane. But no, I'm glad the legendaries aren't like that because, I feel like shiny legendaries with those odds and that kind of system would be a little bit broken. So yeah, I'm glad that's not the case. I remember getting your shiny Machop. Don't have it now as it was scammed in about 30 minutes using Adrenaline Orb. That's not bad. That's not bad at all for SOS. I'm sorry to hear it was scammed though. That's awful. That's awful. There's kind of a reason that I try to trade between my two systems now. And also, I only ever really trade with like people I trust, knowing that I'm gonna get them back. Or like know the conditions of the trade and stuff beforehand. Like I have traded with Epic Dude 2000 if he shows up. Yeah, Alan helped me get my decks completed in Ultramoon. And like when we traded, I just traded him a bunch of junk Pokemon because he just traded me a bunch of like low-leveled Pokemon that I didn't really need, or that he didn't really need, that happened to complete my deck, stuff like that. Like those are the only other kind of trades I'll make. Generally that, or I'll trade to evolve stuff, and that's really about it. You know, I'm probably gonna jinx it by saying this, but I'm so glad those hiccups are gone. I think ranting is what got rid of my hiccups. As unfortunate it is that I think it got rid of a lot of people too. Like, I think as soon as I started ranting, at least parts of it, like that's where the viewership dips. But that's okay. That's okay. I apologize to them. But it got rid of the hiccups. I think being very passionate about that, like, convinced my body to be like, no, we're talking. We're ranting through this. And then they stopped. I need to trade to evolve, but can't find anyone to trade with. Yeah, no, especially with that shiny, with like a shiny Machop or something. That'd be hard. Because yeah, fortunately, like all my friends and stuff have 3DSs as well, so I can just be like, hey, can you help me with this real quick? And that's, you know, that's a good enough solution there most of the time. But yeah, there have been moments. There have been moments where like you have to go and trade with someone else, and it can be sketchy, especially when you're like me and you want to get your Pokemon back. I had to like convince someone that no, please just trade me back that Alakazam. We both traded each other Kadabras, and I was like, I want mine back, and he's like, oh, but they're the same. I'm like, nah, man. For whatever reason, I had to like. Eventually, he was like, oh, hey, look, this is different, and like we traded back, but like, it took a bit because I didn't want to be like, I just don't want yours, and like, I don't know, it was also weird. Like that was like a weird response. I got like a weird response from him for that. Like, why would it matter? But to me it does, because I'm weird like that. What's up, Imperial Cab? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm doing pretty well. You gotta go. Alright, see you later, Dr. Glowstone. Thanks for tuning into the stream, and I hope to see you again soon. Still no shinies. Yep, still no shinies. Hopefully today, though, because otherwise today we are passing 6,000 on Raikou and 9,000 on Charmander, which I don't want to happen for either. You're good, that's good to hear. My nose is still being all buggy and annoying and such. Hopefully that fixes up that, like, hopefully I can figure out what causes that. Stop it. After getting him to evolve, he shows me it and then just disappears. Oof. That's rough. That's rough, man. He gave you a Kartana as trust. Aw, oh, man. That's awful. That's awful. It really stinks when people do that, though. And that and people just trading hacked Pokemon are the reason that, like, I avoid, like, just trading with random people. Just to attempt to avoid that kind of situation. Yo, Kajido, what is up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And yeah, guys, if you didn't see on Discord yesterday, I did find all of my old Pokemon cards, or what's left of them, and it was not a pretty sight. What's up, Emma Lane? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Don't know how you're so patient. You've probably given up already. I've done so many other hunts, honestly, at this point that like the length of these really isn't adding that much to the time that I spent shiny hunting. And honestly, I was like that before, Emma, where I would like do like 20 soft resets and just be bored and move on with it. But that was before I like really got into shiny hunting. Once I actually started finding shinies, I was like instantly hooked, and I was like, I just need to keep going for these, no matter how long they take. And honestly, these ones are a little bit easier because I only do them like 2 hours a day while I'm hunting with you guys online. If I was doing these kind of hunts just by myself, that would be a different story. It would definitely be way more likely that I would have just gone, screw it, I'm giving up. You're doing alright, that's good to hear. That's good to hear, man. You'll get this stream, no doubt, or maybe next encounter. We'll see, we'll see. What does shiny Raikou look like? It looks like that Raikou over there in the little hunting box. That is what the shiny will look like when we find it. It's an orange instead of yellow for most of the body. The little like mustache thing is silver, and the mane/cape thing is yellow. I used to be a Minecraft nerd. I'd go on it every day after school and play all evening. I mean, that's kind of how I was. When I was playing with friends on 360, I would play pretty regularly. Like, generally, like, as long as the server was up, because it was just like one dude's Xbox that his mom kept like turning off. He's like, why is my son leaving this on? He's so forgetful. And it would just shut off and we lose all our progress for that day. But aside from that, like whenever it was on, we just hop on and play it for a while. And yeah, I'd spend like a good chunk of my evenings on there working on like some massive castle or something. And make a little bit of progress, hope that it's saved, and log off. Kind of got bored of it. Fair enough, I understand that. Honestly, once I got done with that project, I was like, why did I do this? What is the next step? I don't know. And yeah, that was kind of the moment where I was like, and stopped for a while. What's up, Marianne? Levi, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Sorry for mispronouncing your name. You finally finished your Monster Hunter weeklies 1 hour before the new week. Get that clutch timing going right there, man. Awesome. I'm trying to get the legends the way you recommend, but people want either impossible Pokemon like level 1 Venusaur or an event Pokemon like a Mew, which you can't trade. I mean, people will be jerks about it, but like the only thing I can really say is like you got to put yours up there with the requests to trade, and you just gotta hope. Like that's you're not gonna be able to go on there and find them from other people. Like you're gonna have to offer something up in hopes of getting one. It's kind of dumb, you know. Like you just gotta put the trade out there. Like, hey, here you go. But yeah, people will put up the impossible trades because they essentially mean for it to either go to one person or to get something legitimately impossible. Shiny Raikou kind of looks like the Sabretooth from Ice Age. He does look a little bit like it, yeah. I mean, I personally feel like Raikou's based off of more of a Sabretooth tiger. Poochyena was like when you were 11, so you took 3 weeks to finish it. I mean, I remember my projects from back then. They were insane. And especially because like I didn't use MC Edit or anything, especially not on the 360 version. So it was just like trying to make things work, and like doing it block per block by myself is kind of rough. Charmander at 89.98. We will see, Jillian. We will see. We're getting close. It's gonna happen today. Like it's gonna happen that we hit that number today if we don't find a shiny before then. Did it all on your own, no help. Nice, nice. Oh, excuse me. Man, that's not bad at all. Yeah, most of the projects I do, I kind of do single-handedly. Like, sometimes I'll, like, have a friend help out or I would have a friend help out or something if they weren't doing anything else. You're right back. Alright, see you in a bit, Kyle. Your 360 couldn't go online. Mom refused to let you go online. I get that. I get that. I mean, you can still have fun with it, just without live. Especially Minecraft. It's a pretty single-player game most of the time. I don't know why, but each time you say a number for Charmander and it's not shiny, you get very disappointed. I mean, you hope that you're right. You know, I get that. I get that. Even though, like, you know that it's a low chance, like, the excitement of potentially getting it right is a lot. You know, like, if it happens on this one, it'd be crazy. But I know it probably wouldn't be, but you're still kind of like, aw, darn. So yeah, when you make a guess, especially that far out, you have, like, all those encounters to build up and be like, well, that one wasn't it. Maybe it will be mine. And stuff like that. So that makes sense. It makes sense. I get that. I created a place called Lava City where the lava is pouring down everywhere around the city. Fitting name. What's up, Timmy L? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so you got a shiny dark, right? Nice. That's cool. We were creative back in the day. I pretty much always just tried to build this one same castle every time I like got on like a world with people, but the problem is it was so big that it took forever and we'd all get bored like, in agreement, move on to another world from there, and it's just like, aw. So I'd always start over. But the thing is, I eventually got it done. Like, the wall's done. It was like, well, what do I put on the inside? I had no clue what I was actually going to do with it. I was like, well, that was a lot of space on this map. You know what you should name the shiny Raikou if you get it? Call it Diego. I've already promised someone I'd name it after him. That would be a fitting name. Diego could be a fitting name if we did get it, but promised Cinder we would name it after her. You're gonna pick up the Minecraft Xbox One edition. I don't know, I'm fine with my Java PC version of it. I actually don't think I really have another system that can get another version on it, because I think the like other Windows 10 edition is Windows 10, and I'm on 8 or 8.1, so I really can't run that. I think Java's the only version my computer can run. Pretty sure you can just transfer stuff from the 360 version. I mean, I feel like you can, yeah. Yeah, I think that was a thing. I don't know if the world stayed the same size or if it expanded at all. So I feel like the one could handle a bit larger of a world. I'm not sure though. That was always one of my gripes about the 360 edition, was the like really tiny world size. Or at least what felt like a really tiny world size. Think it expanded. I'd imagine it would. Generally it had more storage space on there, or like you could choose to have larger worlds. I think might have been the deal. Like you could keep the worlds the same size as they were on 360, or you could just be like, nah, screw this. I'm okay with using more hard drive space or something like that. Sorry guys. Have you ever had a crazy first encounter shiny? Not really. Not really. I had a couple shinies that were like random encounters that have been pretty awesome, but I've never had like a I'm hunting for this Pokemon and encounter it first encounter. Like that has yet to happen. That'd be awesome if it could though. I'd be a very happy camper if that was the case. 360 edition also needs updated. Mine definitely would at this point. It's been so long. It's been multiple years since I booted that up, especially with the internet. What's up, Litten live streams? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It's only been updated once and you got internet onto it once. I gotcha. Oh man, my 360 would need so many updates if I got to it. I've been dealing with a laptop that's needed updates for forever. Or like needs a bunch of updates now because I haven't touched it in forever. It's like things are so bad that like I have to update, like it pumps like 5 or 6 update messages into my face. It's like, well, I gotta do one of these in order for the others to work, and then even then it still doesn't really work. But it's been actually kind of rough getting that thing to work again. Can you please suggest a hunt to do in Pokemon White 2? I don't know. I don't know what Pokemon are available in there to hunt. You did a project with 360 friends. When you got internet on it, you did a huge mansion. That's really cool. You just said, well, thank you, Press Start Gaming. I appreciate that. Pup Latios or Latios. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know what the process is for moving files up to the Xbox One, but I remember I think I may have told this story before, but it was involved with that whole process of like when Minecraft Xbox One came out, which was pretty soon after the 1 came out. I remember the mentality, like seeing the mentality of a lot of like the people who were on that server with me, and I was like, I feel like that's like, it was kind of a sign of like, I really don't need to upgrade my Xbox or whatever. I think I'm kind of, it's like, that was the point where it was like, I think I was done with like consoles, or at least like 360 and PlayStation, or Xbox and PlayStation S consoles, of like, when they were arguing like the server, or like when half of them were arguing the server should be updated, it's like just a $5 purchase to like get the new version. It's like, for me it's $505. I was like, you seem to be ignoring, like, for you it just seems like a given that everyone's got to upgrade to the new system. And I was like, something about that was like enough to make me kind of like turn off from that kind of thing. I was like, I'm good sticking with good old 360 here, and then just building a PC at some point. And that's what I went down the road for. Well, thank you, man, again. And what's up, Delta Ninja Jace? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I got a shiny Boldore first try, not even hunting for it when you first went into the cave. That's really cool. That's actually kind of awesome. All your games and achievements and other stuff from the 360 went to your 1 because your gamer tag from your 360 you put on the 1. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice, convenient thing that extensions like that. Why do I not stream Wednesdays? It's just, generally I do take a day off in the week, at the very least, like 1. And for the last semester, it just worked out best that it was on Wednesdays. Like, I had things that were going on that started, like, when the stream would have been ending or just before the stream would have ended. So it would have been shorter streams or I would have been late to this other thing. So it just worked that I used that as my day off. And bringing up days off. Until I get my job, I'm trying to keep the normal schedule, but it is summer, so there'll probably be a few random, unexpected-ish, or like late notice cancellations of streams and stuff. So I want to put that heads up out there in general, as well as a late notice for tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll be hanging out with a bunch of friends like all day, so I won't be able to stream tomorrow, unfortunately, and I do apologize for that. But hopefully I can figure out some kind of better summer schedule here in the coming weeks, just once I actually have my job and all that, so I know what the commute time for that is like, and, you know, when I should be streaming for that, like when I can start the streams and everything there. So just like a heads up as far as that goes, as well as an apology slash, you know, notice for tomorrow not having a stream. What's up, internet tough guy? Welcome to the stream. Your friend found Shiny Ekans on his first playthrough of Fire Red before Cerulean Gym and caught it, not even knowing Shinies existed. He just thought it was weird. Well, that's pretty nice. I'm still terrified that as a kid I would have seen a shiny and thought the sparkles were like the extra experience points it was going to give you for KOing it and just absolutely destroy it. Like, I don't think I would have caught it as a kid. Can we go back to last summer's schedule? Possibly, possibly not. We'll see. It depends. It depends. One of the things that kind of makes me like about that is it's fewer hours of streaming. Like, it basically went from 9 to 10 and now it's sitting at 12. And, I don't know, it would be like 4 streams to get that back. So it's probably going to be the same times, maybe. Actually, and that even depends. It depends. There's a few things I might plan on doing with friends weekly over the summer, which those days would be no-goes for streams again. As well as, I'm going to be working a 9 to 5, so I can't exactly start a stream at 5. So I'll have to see how long the commute is. Because I never really, like, timed it, because I haven't had this. This is a different job than what I had last year. So I never thought about exactly how long it would take for me to get set up and everything. So it'll just be a matter of me figuring that kind of stuff out. Before I, like, I don't want to change the schedule now and then have to change it again in a couple weeks, if that makes sense. So that's why I've kind of stuck with the like, Wednesdays off normally, 5 to 7 p.m. The rest of the days, like, I feel like that's an okay schedule to kind of keep, and if I end up breaking a day or two, it's not like I'm breaking a 3-hour stream, I'm, like, missing a 2-hour one. So, yeah, that's just the situation we're in. Is my job's up in the air. It's like, I just got to go through the whole application process and stuff. The application's submitted, we've submitted a bunch of forms back, all that stuff, back and forth talk and everything. So it's just a matter of, like, them going, okay, because, like, our boss wants us back. It's just been a while. 6 to 8, maybe. I'm probably not going to be home by 6, is the problem. And the thing is, if you do 6 to 8, then it's going to be a 2-hour stream, and we're definitely not going to get as many streams in a week. So I don't know. I gotta see what my actual schedule ends up looking like. See if the things I plan to do with friends ends up happening still or not, and what days they happen on. So I can, like, change the schedule, set it to that, so there's not like a. So it's not like we start the schedule and they go, oh crap, by the way, here's this other thing. So it's just, it's up in the air at the moment. I just want to get it solidified before I say anything, because I don't want to cause any confusion. Hunted in Fire Red Power Plant for Shiny Pikachu for months and found a Magnemite instead. RIP. Hopefully it didn't explode. Something like last one. That's what I said. Like I said, that's what I'm thinking. We'll just have to see though. We'll have to see. Because it is possible, it is possible they'll be getting home at like 6:45 or something, depending on traffic. And that wouldn't be enough time to get set up, especially since I'll want dinner and whatnot. So who knows? It might end up being like 7:30 to 10. I just don't want to say numbers before I know what the numbers are. Like, I don't want to guess on that kind of thing, because if I get it wrong, then I have to say it again, and that's just confusion. So we'll see. We'll see. It's looking like I'll kind of hear more about that in the next day or two. So we'll see when I start work, and we'll see like what I kind of figure out as far as the schedule goes from there. If that makes sense for everyone. Do you gotta do? Yeah, exactly. Like, the job and everything's gonna end up coming first as far as that goes. I just want to make sure, like I said, when I do reschedule everything, I want it to be like this is the date, not I think this will be the date. Or like, I think this will be the schedule or something. One of the first things that will get updated is that end card. Having the right dates. Or am I going to work? I'm going to work at a company I worked at a couple years back. It's a computer science stuff. It's not like working at a retail store or anything. It's, you know, going and sitting at a desk all day and everything. What's up, Alpha? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're shiny hunting for Treecko, Tepig, and Chimchar. You got a shiny Cyndaquil yesterday. Well, congrats on the Cyndaquil, and good luck on your other hunts, man. Also, how are you doing today? What is the place called? I am not gonna say that. Because, A, it is a little bit private and personal, and B, I don't have the job yet. Like, I technically don't have the job yet, so it'd be weird to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work here, and then not actually work there. Basically an office job. Yeah. Sit around. It's QA. Like, I can't say that much. It's quality assurance. So basically, it's like testing software and making sure it works properly. Stuff like that. So when the customer sees it, they're not like, "Hey, it's buggy," you know. Or if they do find a bug, it's like would be that department's job to be like, "Well, let's see if we can recreate that." You know, like something happened and what they thought they did. You know, what should have said XYZ said ABC. Why did it do that? You know, stuff like that. So you just gotta, at least my side of the job would be confirming that it happens and seeing if there are any other, like, cases that it happens in, and then passing that on to the people who actually write it. Who actually, like, write the code. What's up, Shane? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Do you remember? The name sounds familiar, I gotta say. Kind of almost close to IT-ish, but, like, IT is generally more assisting with, like, the technology in an office, making sure computers are up to date and stuff. I have done that before. You know, make sure computers are up to date, set up tablets or whatever devices are needed by employees or contractors or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I've done, but QA is more like when people report problems with the software, with our product. You know, you make sure, like, QA is in everything. Just in software, it's its own thing in software as well as, you know, quality assurance in any, like, assembly line or whatever. It's gonna test, like, a phone to make sure that, hey, the camera actually works and stuff like that. You're watching this summer. Well, awesome. Welcome back. How have you been doing? QA, like quality assurance. This guy, Shiny Collector 93, had to find Shiny Larvitar in the Safari Zone 3 times at full odds before he caught it. About 64,000 encounters. Whew. That is a lot of encounters. I can't imagine going that far with it. That'd be crazy. Just troubleshooting. Kind of-ish, yeah. A little bit, or writing test cases to automate, like, testing software and stuff. Like, you tell it how, like, you write software that knows how to, like, use the software that you are testing, and it can, like, run those tests every time you create a new version of it or something. So yeah, it's that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Come on, Shinies. I know. We are less than 50 away from 6,000 and less than 25 away from 9,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm hoping that today can be the day for at least one of them, if not both. You're after the job at a place for QA. That's cool. You're underage. Good reason. Good reason. There tend to be child labor laws and stuff, and also if you don't have a way to get there, it's kind of hard. Why am I playing a Japanese version? Will the name swap to English be transferred up or rename? It will stay Japanese, as far as I am aware. It'll stay Japanese. Because I have had that happen with technically, the way it could become English is if I took it in its, like, evolution now, you know, as a Charmander, and traded it over to, like, an English Fire Red. And from there, evolved it into, like, Charmeleon and then Charizard. Then, yes, it would have an English name. But I'm gonna be playing the Leafgreen game myself, like, off-camera. And because of that, it'll stay with a Japanese name, or whatever we end up naming it at the name rater. But the reason I'm playing the Japanese game is because I have a physical copy of a Japanese game, while I only have, like, I don't have my English copy of Fire Red anymore. Around, like, 12. Yeah, that would be a little young, I feel, to do that. There are some jobs I could see in, like, maybe QA, depending on the place, but, like, that is a logistics nightmare to try to, like, work at that age. Because, like, you have to rely on other people to get you there, get you home, stuff like that, and it's a whole ordeal. As well as, yeah, if you're, like, too far underage that it's, like, child labor, and they're like, nah, the government frowns upon that. Surprisingly. Planning on getting a job this summer? Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. I was gonna work at a retail store. Hey, that's no shame in that at all, man. Money is money, and it's always good to have some. It's always good to get some work experience and stuff too. Because honestly, a lot of times it's hard to find a job if you haven't already had one, which is like a terrible catch-22 for there to be. But it is unfortunately a thing. So yeah, if you have an opportunity to go get a job, then by all means go for it. It's more of a simple job. Definitely. And depending on what you're doing, it might not necessarily be like a face-to-face with customers type job. It could just be like stocking shelves or something or whatever. But I was gonna work at Lombre. Hey, that works, man. That works. I know people who have worked there or worked there. No, excuse me. You're back. Welcome back, Kyle. How's it going, dude? Ooh, my neck is very tensed up. I need to find a better way. I need my desk back. I need, like, a proper desk back. Because it's rough sitting in this chair the way it is. Or at this table the way it is. You wouldn't do well if you had to stock shelves. Why's that? I mean, generally, like, at least when you apply to be, like, a cashier or apply to stock shelves or to do whatever. Ugh. Almost 6,000 soft resets for Raikou and 9,000 for Charmander. Only a matter of time. I know, it needs to happen soon. I'm really, really excited for one of them to shine, and yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking, is we're so close on both of them. We're so close. I almost want to slow down Raikou a little bit so you hit those encounters at the same time, but at the same time I also just want to breeze through as many as I can. What's up, Chanel Hussein? Welcome to the stream. Can you sub? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. If I did, please correct me. I will try my best to say it properly. Forget where to put things, maybe not be able to carry certain things, etc. Probably going to end up applying for the electronics department. Well, cool. That's cool. I get that, though. I get that. When I was still in high school, there were a couple summer jobs I had looked at that had, like, certain, you know, you should be able to, like, carry this much weight. And I was like, I am a scrawny 16-year-old. That's not happening. I'm like, hey, that's half my body weight. I can't do that. Yeah, so I totally get that. I get that. Most of the time, the, like, shelf stocking, though, is actually, like, as far as keeping things in order, it's actually pretty easy to get right. I've never been a shelf stocker, but, or even worked in retail, to be honest, but, honestly, most of the time, there's a system to it. So that, I feel like that wouldn't be the difficult part, but I can totally see the other stuff. Hurry up, Shinies. I want them soon. I want them soon. I want them before. I pretty much, like, had kind of put, like, hypothetical deadlines of, like, they'll happen by this point in my head. And now we are within 20 on both of them at the same time, which is kind of crazy. Shiny in 3, 2, 1. We will see, dude. We will see. How do you record 3DS? I have a 3DS capture card, which is a special 3DS that has a USB port on it. I have to order it from someone like Katsukity who will modify them and send them to you. They are not very cheap, I will say that much. I know people like StreamEgg have like gotten their screen's really clean and they'll just like record it, which is a way to go about it as long as you have a decent way of setting it up. But yeah, I have that, and then I use a GameCube with a Game Boy player attachment to record the Game Boy footage. In 16 encounters, Charmander is going to shine. We will see. I really would like that 8998 number. That would be pretty cool. I mean, I guess that stops the interference, tough guy. Still no Charmander or Raikou yet. No, they're still both going. Hopefully it ends soon, though. Pikachu! With how itchy my nose is, I feel like I should probably sneeze, but it's not any of the, like, inside of my nose. It's all the outside. How's it going, Mariah? How are you doing today? Electronics department working on phones, giving children video games out of the case, setting up phones, doing the photo stuff, etc. Yeah, no, that's not a bad job. That wouldn't be bad. No, I'm trying to think, like... Yeah, I mean... That wouldn't be bad at all. You know, you'd end up having to, like, stock the video games, but that's not the same as stocking, like, the rest of the store or anything. That's not bad. You get one Riolu for, like, 25 other Pokemon. Oh, come on. Come on, one of you guys. You gotta be shiny soon. Right? You'd be able to do it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That one wouldn't be too bad at all. Stuff that you can see, yeah. Like you're saying. Like, that one would be a pretty easy one. The thing is, you just gotta make sure, like, when you apply for it, that, you gotta, like, the thing is, you gotta hope there are openings in that section and stuff, as well as, you know, when you're looking for it and everything. Here you get a little sweaty, but hey, at least you're good. At least you're good. That's good to hear. Riolu's so hard to hunt for that reason. Yeah, because, like, it's pretty rare to find. I get that. I remember there were some hunts where I honestly felt like finding the Pokemon to actually SOS for it took longer than the SOS. You can try to get a shiny Marini. I want to try that one. That would be a really exciting one to try. I definitely want to go for it at least once or twice through, like, actual SOS training. I think that'd be really cool. You know, the thing there, obviously, like, you pretty much have to do the hunt, like, 5 times to hit the, like, average number of times it'd take to SOS for it, but I would totally be down for at least giving an SOS Marini a try. What's up, Michael's Shadow? Welcome to the stream. Channel's recommended you. Well, hey, I hope you enjoy it. If you decide to stick around, that'd be awesome. How are you doing today? Both Charmander and Raikou better shine at the same time. That would be dope. That'd be so cool if it could happen. 89, 88, 89, 89 as well as 89, 98, 89, 99. All those. Those would be pretty cool numbers to get it on. We're getting close to it too. Like, dang. It's actually pretty crazy how far both these hunts have come at this point. Pokemon XD Coliseum are the hardest shiny hunts. You get 2 chances per encounter of Shadow Pokemon, but it reverts to non-shiny if you check. If you catch a shiny in battle, you have to catch it then check. No, yeah, that's like... That's a crazy, ridiculous hunt, like, because it's shiny, and then you catch it, and you have to have the exact same odds of it being shiny again, so it's like 1 in 64,000. Ridiculous. Gotta do homework at 7 p.m. Your time, because you don't feel like doing it now. I mean, I end at about 7 p.m. my time, so if that's, you know, in 25-ish minutes, then the stream will end right about then, too. Oof, yeah, I know, like... the XD and Coliseum hunts would be ridiculous. I don't know. That seems like one of those, hey guys, we've done literally everything else there is to do. Let's hate ourselves. Like, that's just the level of intensity that I feel that hunt would take. You know? Which I'd be totally down for doing, again, at the point where I've, like, got a living shiny dex, national dex, in terms of everything else. Kanto Raid! Are we getting raided? Welcome to the stream, guys. Kanto Kaiju Raid. Kanto Kaiju, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders, to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Hope your stream went well, Kanto. We've got Kishi the Mod, Ace Trainer, Eastland, Dusk, Cole Symington, Majestic Taiwan, Kanto Kairu, Lady Rose, Romance, Amber Brooks. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Pixel Gamer, welcome as well. Guys, hopefully you are here for an awesome moment of getting one of these shinies. I've been hoping for a long time that they show up before 6,000 for Raikou and 9,000 for Charmander. And the timing just happened to work out where we're hitting both of those numbers at almost the same time. Even on a new character. That's cool, Mariah. That's cool. Enjoy the raid. Well, thank you, Kanto. Dude, I really appreciate that, man. Appreciate that so much, dude. Michael's Shadow, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. Another Pokemon we haven't met. Well, welcome. Welcome. Now we have met. Gotta head out. Best of luck for that shiny. Well, thank you, Dynamite. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can find him soon. I'm really, really hopeful that it'll happen today. We got like 25 minutes left. It can happen. Rain DeVries. Sorry, I know I definitely mispronounced that. Welcome to the stream. Aquaboy17, welcome as well. Thanks so much for watching. Well, thank you for coming, Starlina. How are you doing today? How is everybody doing? You guys are doing good. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. What's everyone's first shiny? This was a Sheldon Heart Gold. Mine was a Ditto and Sun. Like, I actually got into shiny hunting really recently. I wanted a shiny Rowlet, and I did no research into how to breed for shinies. And I was like, you know what? Maybe a shiny Ditto, like, as a parent, will help make it shiny. So I went and hunted for that and did all the research to hunt for that. Again, not looking up how actual shiny hunting, in, like, terms of breeding worked. So I SOS for this Ditto, and I got it and was instantly hooked. And here we are, like, a year and a half later. But, yeah, so it was actually really recently that I got into it compared to a lot of people, I feel. Casually looks at the description, 9,300 encounters. That's unfortunate. I mean, that was an Emerald, though, so I'm actually happy that it showed up as quickly as it did, because, you know, at that point you're dealing with Emerald's busted RNG on top of everything else, so I was actually pretty okay with that one. Charmander, on the other hand, has actual proper, like, RNG at those odds, and is getting up there. I'm hoping we don't pass that. That's ultimately my goal, is to keep Treecko as my longest number of encounters. Yours is a Magnemite and Soul Silver. That's cool. Your first shiny is a Mewtwo on Fire Red. It took over 10,000 resets in almost 2 years. That is some dedication right there, man. Especially for your first shiny. That's crazy. This is a Sharpedo and Oras. Awesome. Or an Omega Ruby. That's cool. That's cool. When school's over, you can do a Pokemon Shiny Lock. So yeah, awesome. That's really cool. That is cool. Love the Legendary Beast. Me too, me too. I will admit this. It's probably going to be a shocker for people who haven't seen the streams before, but I've never actually played Johto. I need to. I'm going to when I get the Virtual Console Crystal at some point over the summer once I have a job. And then, like, you know, I'll be able to actually hunt for Celebi and stuff, but it will also be my first chance to properly play Johto. And I'm super excited for it, and honestly these hunts for the legendary beasts and for all of the Johto legendaries have really made me want to do it more. They're so great. They are so great, and they've grown on me so much. Your first shiny was a Carvana on Sapphire? Nice. Nice. Yours was an Ultra Sun on a Barbicle. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Some one-hole shinies right there. First shiny is a Vulpix when you're breeding. To get one for your boyfriend, you ended up with 4 altogether with 900 eggs. That's actually really good right there. That's nice. Little salty about Ian hasn't played Johto. I know I have to get around to it. I don't know. Again, I want to go through like a game of every gen over the summer at some point, so it's on the list. It's made the list. It's gotta happen. If Pokemon comes to Switch, you'll be ready. So the Switch already. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm excited for it to come to the Switch. Getting back into my rant from earlier, I'm not sure how I feel about the rumors from the past couple days, but in general, I am excited for Pokemon on the Switch. And I am ready. I have my Switch as well. I got it as soon as Rocket League was announced. I still haven't picked up Rocket League. But I do have, like, Odyssey. That's honestly the game I've played the most of on it at this point. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. It's time for Raikou 6000. What's up, Gray Silverblood? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It was on Pokemon Y. All the Vulpix came in the last 30 eggs. It didn't have a charm either. Nice. Nice. And without the charm, that's incredible, too. Gotta play Gen 2, Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 6. I mean, I've played most of Gen 4. I've played most of it. I don't know. I'm building suspense here. Here we go. 6,000 Raikou. Will it be shiny? Will my prediction be right, or will I be wrong? Darn, I was wrong, guys. We gotta keep going here. We gotta keep going. But yeah, so I mean, I've played the majority of Pearl. I never actually beat the Elite Four in it, but I played the majority of it. But yeah, I definitely need to go back and actually like beat it properly for once. So that's on my to-do list. Besides your headache, you're well. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Hoping to get these shinies today. They're just not wanting to shine. This past 6,000 on Raikou, and we're about to hit 9,000 on Charmander. Hoping one of them shines soon. I have to beat it. I know. It's on my list. It's on my list. It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. Don't know when or how, but it will happen. I have Platinum with me here. I think yeah, I got Platinum. I got Platinum so I can play that. I have X and Y so I can play those. You know, I have Black so I can play that. I need a Gen 2 game, which will be Silver, or not Silver, it'll be Crystal. So, that'll be what we do. Hopefully Charmander could shine at 9,000. It could, theoretically, it very well could. I'm hopeful that it will, too. You know, we're only 7 encounters away from that. What's up, King Shark, the Fortnite Master? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Do I have the Shiny Charm on Ultra Sun and Moon? Yes, I have it on Sun and then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I only recently got the charm in Ultra Sun about 700 encounters ago on Raikou, so the hunt's over odds, but it's not like it's gone over odds 4 times yet. So there's a little bit more to it, just because I was very impatient. It is very much my fault. I was very, very impatient about hunting for Raikou or hunting them in a specific order, but yeah, so that's why Entei and Lugia showed up so quickly, because I took a break from Raikou while I got the charm. And now I've come back to Raikou, and I was hoping it would show up in like 700, which it has not, so we gotta keep going there. Want to hear my Johto and Unova opinion? Well, I mean, they'll be a thing. They will definitely be a thing by the end of the summer. It's my goal. My goal is to get those opinions formed. You doing good? That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty well myself. Doing pretty well. Just trying to get these shinies today. Am I gonna nickname the Charmander something if you get it? Name it Brock Jr. So the thing there is I can't actually name it right now. Raikou, for one thing, both of these Pokemon aren't gonna have like the what are we gonna nickname it thing. For one, Raikou's already been decided, and for the other, Charmander, it's actually like it would be very time consuming to nickname it every time. So we'll have to find it and then name it at the name rater. because we haven't seen if it's shiny yet or not, and right here is the question about the nickname. So we unfortunately can't nickname it before we get it as a shiny. So we'll name it at the name raider, so we'll think of a nickname by then. It has to be 5 characters, so the Japanese game only has 5 characters for the name, which is a little unfortunate, but it kind of makes sense. It's gonna be juicy. Yo, T-Toon, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You only get the charm for your favorite of the 2 games, even though you always buy both. This means you like to hunt on your favorite and replay on the other. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. Honestly, if you can get a living dex, like if you can get a living dex on the game you have the charm on, it makes it so much easier. You just trade the entire dex over. You get the charm there too, then. And then you can do your hunts, and like if you move the Pokemon back, it's not like a big deal. Granted, like if you only have one system and you're on Pokemon Bank, it makes it a little bit more difficult, and that's understandable as well. But that's kind of what I would do, is I have an entire like living Alola dex in Sun, minus a couple Pokemon that are in USUM right now, and that, yeah, I could throw over to Moon real quick and have the shiny charm minutes into the game. So I play Pokemon Go. I have not played it since like the month that it came out. How's it going? Lucaria Knight Cat S, welcome to the stream. Amber Brooks, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Hopefully you don't go higher than Treecko. That is my ultimate hope, is that Charmander doesn't pass Treecko and Raikou doesn't pass Poipole. My 2 highest hunts on the systems. You picking up Y this summer? Alright, cool. Plan on getting the living decks on a Mega Ruby so you can transfer them up. Sounds like a plan, man. 89.98 or 9,000 for the win. We will see. What's up, Rose Girl? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I was here early, but I didn't eat dinner. Well, that's all good. That's all good. Welcome back. Glad you can be here for the hype 9,000th encounter on Charmander. A physical copy because you have X digitally. Sounds like a plan, dude. Sounds like a plan. I need to play through those as well, though. At least one of them, and I'm probably gonna want to play through both because it is another goal, minor goal compared to like playing through all the games, but it's to like get a complete national dex as of Gen 6 because you can with all 4 games, and I own all 4. Like I own all 4 of the main games in Gen 6, but I've only beaten Alpha Sapphire out of the group. Subscribe, well, thank you, Lucaria. I appreciate that. It means a lot. What's up, Silence? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Alright, guys. 89.98 happening now. Your favorite subscriber, like the favorite one that you've been subscribed to. Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot as well. You know? I'm glad to hear that. It's totally not just inflating my ego or anything. Best shinies in any game belong to X and Y. I mean, X and Y is gonna kind of have a little bit of an advantage. Well, Gen 6 and 7 will have a bit of an advantage because they can do so much with those shinies. 89.98 wasn't shiny, guys. Maybe 89.99 will be. But yeah, as soon as you move to 3D models, you have such an advantage on like shiny colors because you can tweak things on a different level compared to sprites. If you were to do 1,000 resets minimum per day, I mean, find any full odds shiny in roughly a week. That's how you do it. Dude, if I could somehow stream 1,000 encounters a day for full odds shinies, I would do that. But I do not have that time, and I don't have like the stamina to sit here and stream for that long. If I was soft resetting like on the couch, like being a couch potato and watching Netflix, it'd be a different story. I could see that happening. But because like I'm sitting here talking and interacting and, you know, having a good time, it's definitely like one of those things where I start to feel it after like 2 or 3 hours. Alright, 89.99, not shiny. Alright, guys, encounter 9,000, holy crap. Holy crap. Hopefully it's shiny, that'd be amazing. Shiny Raikou is really cool, to be honest. It is. I really like all of the legendary beasts as shinies. I have to keep myself from calling them divine beasts. I don't know, it happened like once, and now that's like stuck in my head is the way I'm saying it. Is your favorite, Mega Lucaria, like what's my favorite, Mega? My favorite Mega would probably be Mega Sceptile, or Mega Gengar. This Mega Gengar, because it fixes the shiny form of Gengar so much that it just has to take that spot. What do you recommend for shiny hunters to do while shiny hunting? Personally, I either have like a stream of a shiny hunter on, or find a good long series on Netflix and watch that, or YouTube or something. Like, I always give myself background noise. I never make shiny hunting the one thing I'm doing, unless like I shiny hunt like all the time, or I would before I started streaming and stuff. And I'm a college student, and I would like shiny hunt before class started, and I'd shiny hunt waiting for like the professor to get there, or while eating lunch or something. I just constantly be shiny hunting, but it was never just shiny hunting. And here we go, 9,000. Charmander 9,000 is still not shiny, guys, so we have to keep going here. We have 299 encounters left before it becomes the longest hunt ever on the channel, and that I've ever done, so hopefully it shines before that. Why does it say Spherical Vanillix is weird on the donations? Because Taiwan wrote that as a name when he donated. You love shiny Mightyena, the little blue nose is too cute. I'm gonna have one of those at some point. I may have a bunch of those, because early on in the streams, like way back before I had to get a new capture card for the GameCube, to do the 3rd gen stuff, there were some crazy hunts. We got like 9 shiny Poochyenas in a day, just because the RNG and Emeralds that busted. It was hilarious. Ian's favorite is Random Tens. Like, oh, as far as shiny hunters and streamers go, yeah, Stan with Random Tens. He's the one who like inspired me to do this myself. He's the first streamer I ever found that I like actually subscribed to for the live streaming aspect. And no, he was always such a chill dude, and he's super nice. It's awesome when he does stream still, because he's got like a job and everything, and can't as much anymore, unfortunately. But whenever he streams, I try to tune in. It's over 9,000. It is indeed over 9,000 now. So now it's got to be shiny. Now it's got to turn all yellow. You have a shiny Mega Beedrill in Ultra Sun, and he destroys everything in competitive play. Beedrill is the man. I still need to get into competitive. I don't know. I need to find someone that's like my level and just battle with them until eventually we kind of figure stuff out. Charmander is now less than 300 away from surpassing Treecko. I know. I hope it doesn't. I want Treecko to remain as the longest hunt we've done. Like, that's just something I don't want to go away. Not because like, oh no, like that's a record that I have set, and I want Treecko to have the record. I just don't want Charmander to. I don't want anything to break it. I don't want anything to go past that. And we're at the Pooch 1K special. I mean, it's still up. It's still up to be viewed. For Pokemon Ruby, use an RV3 code generator to get non-legit shinies with super broken movesets. Fun times. I can totally appreciate some like manipulation and stuff when it comes to like single-player sides of the game and everything, and viewers messing with the Battle Frontier and stuff. I love, like, I'm a computer science guy and all that, and I don't know, I kind of love seeing how programs can be broken in ways and stuff, and sometimes that is stuff like net exploits and all that. And that's why I like 16-bit era speedruns a lot, is most of the time those are like, oh hey, look how broken this game is. Look at Super Mario World and how like destroyed that game can be. So I can appreciate the gems there, as long as they aren't like going into anything like legitimately competitive. They're terrible at competitive. Honestly, Mel and I have kind of considered it, just trying it, because like both of us are pretty lost as far as all that stuff goes. So it's like, hey, that'd be interesting. Maybe Charmander will shine before that. It'd be great if it could. It'd be great if it could. Get a shiny Ralts on Project Pokemon. Cool. I'm trying to get a shiny Ralts on Emerald, but Poochyena keeps shining instead. That's why shiny hunting be tedious sometimes. It takes 50 tries of seeing Pokemon or 1,500. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Not fun when it happens. It takes a while. It can take a while. You know, we've had Pokemon on the stream show up in like 30, and then we also have them on the stream show up in 3,000, like 3,000. I don't know why I said it as 3,000. But yeah, like it can take a long time for them to show up, or they can show up like pretty quickly, and you just kind of gotta hope. It's a Gardevoir now. Well, hey, it's a shiny Gardevoir. That's nice. For speedrun Super Mario World, actually, I tried getting into that because Seth Bling does them. And, like, I was watching his streams on Twitch, and, like, I tried getting into it because of that. I couldn't. Like, I don't know, the controls just weren't controls I was used to. And so I tried getting into it, and the controls are so much more floaty than, like, they are in modern games. So it was really hard to try to get into that. You have one in Ultra Sun. Nice. Nice. Never gonna use these Pokemon that you manipulate for online purposes anyways. You think is wrong and ruins the game experience for you and your version of Pokemon. Yeah, no, like that's the thing for me is like so much of the challenge and the excitement is getting them like legitimately and stuff. But yeah, if you're just doing it in single player, who cares? It's kind of just entertaining to see how ridiculous it is. The Mario game on the Switch, Odyssey? Odyssey is fantastic. It's my favorite Switch game at the moment. Like, I've 100%ed it and I still go back to it. Got it done in like an hour and 10 seconds. Solid. Solid. Were you doing like any percent or what? 'Cause, I mean, I know the record's down to like 10 minutes. And the thing is, like, I see that kind of number and I'm like, so I should shoot for like 15. No way that's happening. The first time you run a game you've never touched before. Even if you know the route. Like, it was ridiculous for me to expect that, but I got very frustrated because of it. Because that's just a flaw that I have a little bit. You're doing 100%. Oh, dang. Dang, that's not bad at all, then. I have a Game Boy Advance Flash cartridge with the Aurora ticket event data from the Europe event cartridge, so you can give yourself a ticket and shiny hunt the Oxus on fire. It's pretty nice. That's pretty solid right there. Mario Odyssey, best Switch game you've ever known. It's fantastic. Until the new Pokemon. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. But yeah, no, it's definitely going to be one of those things where it's probably going to remain my favorite for a while until like something else big and exciting and hype comes along. Which would be something like Pokemon, honestly, or like the next Mario game. Like those are really the only two things I could see contending with it. It's like a better version of itself and Pokemon. You're on 1650 soft resets for Articuno. You might start back on the hunt in a few minutes if you're so tired. What shiny bird must be yours? The internal struggle. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. And Articuno was a pain in the butt for me too. Like, I don't know why. All of the Kanto legendaries were ridiculous. They just did not want to shine for me. Like, I think out of all of them, Zapdos is the only one to show up under odds, and it really wasn't that far under. As opposed to like Entei and Lugia, which both showed up in like half. Mario Tennis Aces stream. That would be interesting. I've been trying to kind of like keep it subtle or something and like bring it up like haha surprise one day. But I've been trying to get the Switch set up for streaming. I'm sorry, I need the table. But the problem is the way I want to get it set up is going to require me to get a few like components and everything to get it working again. Mostly just the fact that my Switch is on like the other side of the room, so really long cables, which are not cheap because for whatever reason cables are expensive. What's up, Dark Eyes 71? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And thank you for the sub as well, Dark Eyes. I appreciate that. Got a shiny Smeargle today. Awesome, Gym Leader Zero. Congratulations. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is coming out tomorrow. Sweet. I still need to beat Breath of the Wild. I don't know, I just haven't been able to get into that as much. Alright guys, we're coming up on the end of the stream though. We're coming up on the end. Is there anyone that we know of that we can raid, guys? Because I want to end this super hype stream. We hit 6,000, we hit 9,000, and we got raided. An awesome raid. Welcome to all the new people again. I'm glad you guys decided to stick around. But, you have had to separately sub here on YouTube Gaming. Weird. People have said that, but I never use YouTube Gaming, so I wouldn't know. I think it's just different things. Like, I think it's just different sites that for whatever reason don't communicate. It's always weird to me. Most of my subs do show up in YouTube Gaming, though. Is the right side of the screen, is that a real Game Boy, or is that a VBA emulator? It is a Game Boy cartridge in the Game Boy player on a GameCube. So it is like physical hardware. Like, when we did the Treecko hunt, we did it on this cartridge. So yeah, it is legitimate like Game Boy hardware, which is why it's in Japanese, because I wanted to do Fire Red Leaf Green Hunt, but I couldn't find my Fire Red, and I have a Japanese Leaf Green, Would have been way easier to get like an English emulator than a Japanese one, so that's the only reason we're doing Japanese there. Got here just before the end. Went to watch a film. Well, I hope it was good. 80 on. How have you been doing, man? Stream egg. We could possibly do that. We could possibly do that. Let me grab a link, or like at least search real quick here. See who's going. I don't know. I want to see if there's someone else going. We have raided stream egg a lot. He definitely deserves it. But it's always cool to raid new people as well. But I really don't see many of other people, so I shouldn't even see stream eggs when I search. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, guys. He is live, so I am going to grab that link. I don't know why. I keep hitting... Every time I try to grab a link recently, I've been hitting Control S instead of Control C. But alright, guys. Alright, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. That was our last Charmander for the night. So we're going to do our normal, traditional Bulbasaur to wrap it up, as well as we're going to get into more Raikous here. So let's see. You just watch streams here on YouTube Gaming because the on-screen chat layout is pretty good and never using it otherwise. Agreed. Generally, yeah, like, if I do go on YouTube Gaming, it's like from finding someone in my normal sub box and then going to, like, the gaming chat. It'd be nice if I had, like, that full screen one. Like the full-length chat, but I don't on the Creator Studio, which is mildly interesting because like you guys can see way more of the chat than I can. But alright, guys, alright, we're getting ready for our last encounters here of the night. Let's see, will they shine for us, guys? Will they shine? Prepped on the summary for Bulbasaur. Without further ado, we're encountering Raikou and encountering Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur wasn't shiny. And Raikou wasn't either, guys, so thank you to everyone that tuned into the stream, everyone that liked, everyone that subscribed. A big thank you to Cancer Kyrie for that raid. Yeah, I will be back on streaming again on Saturday. I won't be streaming tomorrow, unfortunately, so until next time, guys, take care. So until next time, guys, see ya later.